your host. On behalf of Greenwald Kenya and Greenwald International Business School, I warmly welcome you and urge you to please feel at home. This is where you come to sharpen your knowledge and your skills about health and wealth. And I hope that this is one such evening and that you're going to come out better than the beginning. Today's topic, as you can see on your screen, is how to screen new prospects. And building a successful network essentially requires that you not only meet new people, but also identify the right ones. And in identifying these right ones, you end up with only those who are serious, committed, and also who are ready to do the business. And we are hoping that this training tonight is going to equip you with the practical skills to identify quality prospects and overcome opposition, uh, thus building strong teams. We are honored to have with us none other than Madam Rainie Wang, who is the Director and Executive Dean of Greenwald International Business School. And she's going to be our main trainer tonight. And later on, we will have on board Dr. Mbogo, who will take us through the practical experience, practical personal experience that can help you, and what he has used before, and what can help you to achieve the best results. So, without taking much time, please help me to welcome Madam Rainie to start for us the training, and later on, Mr. Mbogo will join. So, Madam Rainie, the floor is yours. Please take us through what you prepared for us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Britt. Also, appreciation to Dr. Mbogo for his testimony and sharing about the field experience, how to do the screening. So first of all, I'm going to provide you some ideas and series. They may not be all correct or, how to say, practical. So that is why we invite your top leaders to share with us. So I'm the one who's going to share with you about the ideas and series, and your leaders is going to give you the field experience, the practical parts. So first of all, successful leaders don't chase, they select. In legitimate network marketing business, recruiting is actually a proactive and consistent screening process. This is completely different from the old hire first, filter later mindset of traditional recruiting. In network marketing, nobody is assigned to you. Every person you want to bring into your business is also a free agent, someone who can choose to partner with you, buy from you, or walk away. So your job from the very beginning is to subtract, not add. It's not about convincing everyone to become the right fit. It's about finding the ones who already are. Well, level one, the mindset shift. Based on the proven practices of top industry leaders and elite marketing teams, I've broken down the recruiting as screening into three progressive levels of execution. Today, we are going to focusing on the first and most critical level, the mindset shift. To truly master this level, you must adopt a screener mentality rather than a seller mentality. This is the fundamental distinction that separates struggling newcomers from successful leaders. I've seen it time and time again. Newcomers, eager to prove themselves, f- fall into the trap of begging people to join. They chase prospects, separate to close the deal, and in doing so, they devalue the opportunity and themselves. Successful leaders operate differently. They don't chase, they select. They view every conversation not as a pitch, but as a partnership interview. They understand that their time and energy are valuable, and they are always looking for the right people to partner with, not just anyone willing to sign up. Stop being the salesperson and become a gatekeeper. This shift is best demonstrated through a technique I call reverse screening. In the very first conversation, when the natural urge is to dive straight into the compensation plan and sell the dreams, you must resist that urge. Instead, you set a different tone. You might say something like, I'm not sure if this business is right for you. We need to take some time to get to know each other and see if there's a fit. By saying this, you immediately differentiate yourself from every other recruiter they've spoken to. You stop being the salesperson and become the gatekeeper. You elevate the conversation from a transitional pitch to a mutual discovery process. This single shift in mindset and language ensures that when you do move forward, you're doing so with a partner who has been screened for fit, not just sold on a dream. This initial statement functions as a powerful filter in itself. People who think for themselves and possess genuine entrepreneurial intent won't walk away. In fact, they will actually take you more seriously. They recognize that someone willing to set high standards is someone worth listening to. Conversely, those who are just looking for a quick buck or want to be handed everything tend to self-select out. They do the work for you by removing themselves from the conversation, saving you countless hours of frustration down the road. Temper enthusiasm with honesty. This filtering process extends into what I call de-biasing the pitch. Veteran leaders have mastered the art of tempering enthusiasm with honesty. In their very first meeting, they deliberately open by naming the downsides. They will acknowledge that there's no guaranteed paycheck, that the business requires serious self-discipline, and that rejection is a constant companion, especially in the early stages. Veteran leaders are crystal clear about setting expectations from the very beginning. They don't sugarcoat the reality of the profession. Instead, they lay out the facts of network marketing with straightforward honesty. Network marketing is, at its core, a business like any other traditional venture. It demands the same determination and commitment that you would bring to launching a restaurant, opening a retail store, or starting a consulting practice. There are no shortcuts simply because the entry barrier is low. And like conventional business that often requires significant capital investment, securing inventory, leasing the space, or purchasing equipment. Your primary investment here takes a different form. You're investing in your human assets, your time, your energy, and your constant effort. You're building an asset that no one can take away from you, your personal network and leadership capacity. The financial mechanisms are straightforward but unforgiving. You earn bonuses based on the sales generated by you and your team members. There's no base salary, no guaranteed hourly wages, no safety net. If you fail to show up and work the business consistently, the income will reflect that neglect. It could be very minimum or nothing at all. However, and this is crucial, you will not fight alone. Network marketing is not a solo endeavor. In fact, the very structure of the business demands that you succeed by helping others succeed. To win, you must invest in your team members, guide them through their own challenges, and genuinely care about their result. Your success is ultimately a byproduct of how many people you have helped achieve their own. By presenting this fact upfront, veteran leaders ensure that prospects step into the business with clarity rather than illusion. Those who listen and still choose to move forward do so with their eyes open, prepared for the journey ahead. At first glance, this entire approach may appear backwards to anyone still trapped in the seller's mentality. After all, conventional wisdom says you should lead with the highlights, paint the rosiest picture, and minimize anything that might create hesitation. Why would you voluntarily highlight the negatives when your goal is to attract people? But here's what the veteran understands that the amateurs don't. This isn't about scaring people off. It's about building trust through radical honesty. When you openly address the challenges before prospect even thinks to ask about them, you accomplish something that no slick presentation ever could. You establish yourself as a credible leader who values transparency or hype. You're not hiding behind polished success stories and airbrushed lifestyles. You're showing them the real terrain of the journey, the potholes alongside the scenic overlooks. This honesty serves the same function as the reverse screening techniques we discussed earlier. It quietly filters out anyone who isn't ready for the reality of the work. And that's not a loss, it's a gift. Those who are serious about building something meaningful don't just tolerate this candor, they appreciate deeply. They've been sold fantasies before. They've signed up for opportunities that crumbled at first sign of difficulty. What they're really looking for is someone willing to tell them the truth. By de-biasing the pitch, you ensure that the people who remain are those with eyes wide open. They understand that challenges aren't deal breakers. They're simply part of the equation. And because you are honest about what those challenges look like, they will trust you when you guide them through overcoming them. Level 2, action layer, designing a recruitment funnel as an evaluation funnel. Traditional employment hiring follows a structured progression: resume screening, preliminary phone interviews, and behavioral assessment. Professional network marketing recruitment operate with an equally sophisticated qualification process. The, the key distinction lies in mindset. While traditional recruiters chase candidates, elite leaders design systems that allow prospects to qualify themselves. Number one, touch point screening. Your objective at this stage is simple. Observe whether the prospects demonstrate genuine curiosity and an open mindset. This isn't about announcing to the crowd, join me. It's about sharing your own journey and activities, then watching closely to see who leans in and ask follow-up questions. Screening purpose, filter out those who are completely closed off or habitually negative. Elimination signals, when exposed to the opportunity, their first reaction reveals everything. That's all pyramid scheme. I could never do that. Don't try to brainwash me. These reflexive dismissals tell you everything you need to know. They're not ready and they may never be. And the second screening technique is information screening. For those who pass the initial touch point, provide the fundamental materials, the company website, the product information, or product introductory video. So they establish a specific follow-up time, typically 24 to 48 hours later. When you reconnect, ask three carefully crafted questions. What part did you find confusing? What aspect do you disagree with? What elements feel like they might fit you? The screening purpose, evaluate learning ability and independent thinking. Elimination signals, they haven't reviewed the material at all. They skipped straight to the income section and ignored everything about products or values. They have endless questions, but no single observation that begins with, I think. These patterns reveal a lack of genuine engagement or intellectual curiosity. And the third step is event or meeting screening. This is the third technique. Invite qualified prospects to an online presentation or in-person experiencing event, such as the detox or sleeping camp. So pay close attention to the small details that reveal character. Do they arrive on time? Is their presentation appropriate for the setting? How do they how do they phrase their questions? Observe how they interact with existing team members. Screening purpose, assess coachability and social maturity. Elimination signals, arriving late or leaving early, spending the entire event on their phone, or clustering exclusively with people they already know rather than engaging with the group. Questions loaded with hostility rather than genuine curiosity, refusal to taking interactions or participating in activities. These behaviors signal someone who may struggle to collaborate effectively. Number four, small-scale screening. Here's where many eager recruiters rush to close the deal. Veteran leaders exercise patience. Instead of pushing for immediate signing up, they suggest a small commitment first, perhaps using the product for 3 to 7 days, or sharing one piece of official content on social media. Screening purpose, validate product's belief and basic executive ability. Elimination signals. After using the product, they offer no feedback or observation. They hesitate or refuse to complete a simple task like sharing contents. They offer excuses. I'll do it when things settle down. If they won't take this small step, they certainly won't sustain the large effort required for success. The core logic. Here's the principle that separates leaders from the rest. Do not grant access to join until this entire process is complete. This isn't slowing down or gatekeeping for its own sake. It's the most efficient recruitment strategy possible because everyone you filter out was never meant to be part of your team. Anyway, by designing your funnel as an evaluation rather than a chase, you ensure that those who finally join do so with clarity, commitment, and genuine alignment. Level 3, strategic layer, dissolving oppositions through mutual selection. The single most off-putting aspect of traditional network marketing recruitment is the palpable sense of desperation. It stems from an unspoken dynamic. Please, I'm begging you to join me. This energy repels quality people while attracting those who enjoy being chased, rarely a formula for building a serious organization. When consciously transform your process into a mutual interview, the entire recruitment system shifts. You're no longer supplicant. You're no longer selling. You're evaluating and being evaluated on equal footing. This simple reframe dissolves the ad, the adversary, the adver, how to say, the adversarial tension that plagues most recruiting conversations and replace it with something far more productive, mutual respect. Raising the bar actually increases attraction. This phenomenon has a name in behavioral psychology, the scarcity effect. When something is readily available, we assign it little value. When access is restricted, we want it more. Consider what happens when you state plainly, I want to be upfront with you. Your team doesn't accept, our team doesn't accept everyone. Before we go further, I need to determine whether you align with our standards and cooperative approach. The response is almost predictable. Approximately 80% of high-quality prospects will become more engaged, not less. They think, this person has standards. This team must be worth joining if they're selective. The other 80%, the tire kickers, the fantasists, and the merely curious begin drifting away on their own. They sense that easy entry isn't available here, and they self-select out without you lifting a finger. This isn't manipulation. It's honesty about standards, and honest standards attract serious people. The right to refuse, delivered with dignity. Here's a truth that transforms relationships. The endpoint of your screening process does not have to be enrollment. In fact, some of the most valuable outcomes have nothing to do with adding a new team member. A serious recruiter should, at the conclusion of their evaluation, be willing to say something like this. Based on what I've observed over the past few days, I don't believe this opportunity is the right fit for you at this time. Here are the specific reasons why I've reached that conclusion. Of course, this is just my perspective. I'd genuinely like to hear your thoughts as well. Two possible outcomes emerge from this conversation, and both are positive. If the prospect agrees, you haven't lost a relationship. You have strengthened one. You demonstrated integrity by putting their interests ahead of your quota. This person may become a loyal customer, a referral source, or simply someone who speaks well of you to others. That trust has tangible value. If the prospect disagrees and expresses genuine desire to move forward, something significant has just happened. Their motivation has been tested and proven. They're not joining because you talk them into it. They are joining despite you suggesting they shouldn't. The success rate for someone who persists through this kind of honest resistance is dramatically higher than, for someone who was simply talked into signing up. By institutionalizing the right to say no, and by delivering that message with respect, you transform the entire recruiting dynamic. You stop collecting bodies and start selecting partners. You build an organization composed not of people you convince, but of people who choose you as much as you choose them. Level 4. Why this become a critical capability in the post-pandemic era? Drawing on of previous discussions about post-pandemic trends, the ability to treat recruiting as a screening has emerged as the definite line separating network marketers who belong to the old era from those equipped for the new ones. The old era, the numbers game. In the traditional models, success was measured by volume. How many people could you talk to? How many could you get in front of? The mantra was simple. Talk to as many people as possible at all costs. The math looked something like this. Bring in 100 people, lose 95 to attrition, and hope the remaining 5 somehow build something. Leaders accepted this calculus as inevitable. They built organizations on the foundation of constant churn, constantly chasing new prospects to replace the ones who quietly disappeared. The new era, the alignment game, the post-pandemic landscape demands something entirely different. Success now flows from selectivity, deep engagement with 30 serious prospects, naturally weed out of 20 who don't truly fit, and retention of 10 who align with your values and work ethic. And here's the crucial distinction. Those 10 won't just stay longer. They will produce more, recruit better, and build sustainable organizations that don't require constant life support. The fundamental shift. Asymmetry is dead. This transformation isn't optional. It's forced by a reality that didn't exist a decade ago. The information gap that once empowered recruiters has evaporated completely. A prospect today can surf their phone and within 3 minutes find every review, every controversy, and every opinions ever published about your company. They've checked the company's official website. They've scrolled through the various new media platforms to know the upside claims and the downside risks before you've even finished your introduction. You cannot recruit through information asymmetry anymore. That door is permanently closed. What remains? Only one thing. The value resonance. People join because they sense alignment. They stay because they experience connection. And alignment cannot be manufactured through clever scripts or persuasive closing techniques. It can only be identified through intentional screening. Summary. The chemistry to molecular purity. Recruitment isn't a math, it's chemistry. The perspective you articulated that recruiting is fundamentally a screening process expose the single greatest efficiency pitfall in traditional network marketing thinking. The old paradigm treated recruitment as a mathematical problem. Larger denominators produce better outcomes, more conversations, more exposure, more sign up. Just keep feeding the funnel. But this was always a misunderstanding. Recruitment isn't math, it's chemistry. In chemistry, purity of molecules determines reaction intensity. Impure inputs produce weak and stable compounds. Pure inputs create powerful, lasting bonds. The same principle governs team building. The goal isn't maximizing Quantity is maximizing molecular purity, the alignment, the commitment, the genuine fit that transform a group of individuals into cohesive organization. This is why the most elite team builders don't see themselves as salespeople. They've transcended that identity entirely. They function as talent acquisition officers, applying the same rigor and discernment that top corporate recruiters bring to identifying executive talent. Their core competency isn't persuasion, it's discernment, not convincing, but recognizing, not closing, but selecting. In the post-pandemic world, this capacity or this capability isn't just advantages, it's extension. So who is your target prospects? After establishing the recruiting as screening mindset, the natural question becomes, who exactly are we screening for? Elite team builders don't cast a the wide net and hope for the best. They maintain a clear profile of their ideal prospect, allowing them to recognize alignment when it appears and gracefully release those who don't fit. The three halves. Before diving into detailed qualifications, successful leaders look for three fundamental characteristics. Number one, a touch of connection. First and foremost, there should be some natural connection between you and this person, whether through shared history, mutual friends, or simple good chemistry in conversation. That touch of connection creates a foundation for a productive business partnership. Number two, a bit of financial strength. They may not be wealthy by conventional standards, but the required investment shouldn't create genuine hardship. They have enough financial breathing room to participate without desperation or risk. Number three, a measure of availability. They're not so overwhelmed with existing commitments that they cannot carve out time for this and for this effort. Busy people can make time. Constantly overwhelmed people cannot. The 8 conditions for ideal prospects. For those who pass the initial 3-half screen, veteran leaders assess against 8 specific conditions. Number one, open mindset. They possess an open, curious mindset. They embrace new concepts rather than reflexively rejecting what they don't understand. When encountering something unfamiliar, their instinct is to study it, not dismiss it. Number two, proven capability. They demonstrate action orientation. They don't just talk, they execute. Once committed, they work steadily, stay focused, and persistently. Whatever they undertake, they see through to completion with diligence and integrity. Number three, decision authority. They have genuine autonomy in their own. When decision needs to be made, particularly financial ones, they don't require permission from others. They speak for themselves. They don't ask permission from their spouse. Number four, strong investment desire. They're not complacent about their current situation. They genuinely want more income, more growth, more achievement. Particularly valuable are those at a life crossroad, considering a career change, seeking new direction, or ready to build something significant. Number five, rich network. They relate authentically to others. They build genuine connections over time and maintain active relations with friends and family. Their network isn't just numerous, it's nourished. Number six, natural influence. They carry themselves in ways that attract respect. Among their circle, their words carry weight. When they invite participation, people respond. This isn't about loudness, it's about authentic personal authority. Number 7, strong character. They've grounded, humble, and teachable. They collaborate well with others. They lack destructive habits that undermine trust and consistency. Number 8, practical wisdom. Life experience has sharpened their judgment. They understand how things work, business, people, system. They think independently and evaluate clearly. Those with backgrounds in sales, insurance, or network marketing are particularly well suited. They're already wired for possibility, already comfortable with performance-based work, and already hungry for greater returns on their effort. So, 8 specific prospect profiles. Finally, here are 8 concrete profiles of people who often thrive in this work. Number 1, the ambitious, time-rich, those with available time and burning desire to build something meaningful. Number 2, the frustrated entrepreneur, small business owners who understand an investment concept but haven't yet found their breakthrough. Number 3, the seasoned but strained, those who've experienced business success, then encountered setbacks. Often their network, skills, and resilience remain intact despite current challenges. Number 4, the restless achiever, people who competent in their current roles but deeply unsatisfied with their income ceiling. Number 5, the trusted connector, those naturally trusted by others with reputations for integrity and genuine care. 6, the transitioning professional, veteran re-entering civilian life, graduates entering the workforce. Both groups seek direction and opportunity. Number 7, the affluent network, family members and close connections of wealthy individuals. They move in circles of means and influence. Number 8, the experience pivot, retired professionals with wisdom and time, and employed individuals seeking meaningful reinvention, workers transitioning between careers. So the practical application, the disciplined team builders doesn't simply memorize these profiles. They list their existing content. They list their existing context methodically. They review names with experienced mentors who can offer perspective. They analyze not just who people are, but who they know and what they are becoming. So in screening, as in so much else, clarity about what you're seeking is the first step towards actually finding it. So now I'm done with my presentation. Thank you for, following me. You may not agree with some part of this because I know it is a very radical. This is a very radical new ideas that I borrowed from the network marketing in China and also in, let's say, in Latin America region. Some may not fit Africa market. I totally understand this, but some of this you may find useful for your future business. So now I'm going to hand over the platform and the floor to Dr. Mbogo, who's going to share with us about his wisdom, how he screened the new prospects when he's, coaching the team. So Dr. Mbogo, please, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Rainie. Thank you very much. I've learned a lot, especially when you talk about chemistry. I like that because before I ventured in a new field, I was a chemistry teacher. And that one can imagine of how I was looking at the purity, especially when you talk of qualitative analysis. And the qualitative analysis talk of the quality that you have The more purity and purity you have, the better results you have when you have a reaction taking place. And actually, these things are very crucial when it comes to 6-star, 7-star, and onwards. And especially when one comes to 8-star onward, 1-star manager, 2-star manager, director. These things, Madam Rainie, you are talking about, they are very valuable because you are not only bringing people, but you want to bring quality people for sustaining or having a business that is sustainable. And I agree that most of these things are quite valuable, but also I want to start from the experience point of view, which of course, even this one is an experience of its own. But I want to say this is that every one of us, when it comes to network marketing, we have a starting point. And the starting point is when somebody came to share the opportunity with us and found we found the opportunity to be good. And actually, from there is the characters that we show or somebody will show. But as you come in, because even 1-star, somebody who have just joined a 3-star, is expected also to bring someone into the network. And at that age, when you are 3-star, 4-star, you may not have a lot of information to share. And therefore, the upline will play a key role when it comes to this. But the whole thing I want to mention, it comes to actually selecting is number one, you select yourself. How do you select yourself? As you look for a character that you want, maybe from others, do you have that character? Are you ambitious enough? Are you hardworking? Are you convinced that network marketing is a business of its own kind and it can change people's life? Because you attract people who will see you and see the confidence that you have, the trust that you have, and also the ambition that you have, because you attract people who are like you. And that is why I want to quote what Director Lucy said some times back, that he is looking for few Lucys who are replica of her. And if not found, she build one. There is a process of looking. If you find well and good, and if you don't find, you build one. You build them to be like you. So even as you talk of selecting, the first thing I want you to do, and I would wish that everyone shall do, is select themselves. Let us have personal evaluation. Am I taking this business as a little business? Am I taking with enthusiasm? Am I having time for it? If I'm asking somebody to join, if I am going to have a list of, a checklist of what I want from a particular given person, are you yourself having those characters? So training yourself to become a networker, to become a business person in this network marketing, it is very crucial. And joining alone is not enough. You need to keep on learning day in, day out. And this is the area that you actually learn, or you learn on job. That means you need to join and also learn from them that are there. Unless you make yourself to be the person of choice, you will not be able to choose. That is what I know. So if you are not able to choose, if you are having a character that you want to choose, which is not within you, then it will be difficult for you to choose. And then you need to understand that people are not like you. You need to accommodate people of different mindset, provided they have a common goal. And the common goal is to change their lives, to succeed, and to become better. They may be of different opinion, but the goals that you'll be looking for, is this person enthusiastic enough to go to the next level? Is this person willing to sacrifice for a better tomorrow? Is this person having several opportunities? And that is where Madam Rainie said, somebody who is a bit experienced and exhausted, not experienced in network marketing, having gone into other area and faced some frustration, and is honestly looking for somewhere he can do a genuine business that can change their lives. So this is what you need to. And you need to have a character. You need to know that I am a person who is qualifying himself to bring people who are like me. And this is the way to go. If you don't train yourself with this so that this quality become part of you, a quality to be to be consistent, a quality not to give up, a quality to go out and venture new field. If you are a person who is not ready to face new challenges, then definitely you will not be able to go out. You will not be able to select, because you select or you end up selecting people of your character, people of your level. But we still have people who are willing to learn. And after you have learned and you have taken this business to be a real business, unfortunately, it's only in Greenwald we have a business school of network marketing where Madam Rainie is heading. If you look around, if you look at other professions, we have wells as a mini structured system where people go through training. We have people being trained as teachers, people trained to become doctors, lawyers, and other professions. But this one is also a profession. Although we don't have a structured system where the training is done, then what we have many books. We have platforms like what we have here, of which can make you grow. Because if you are 3-star, 2-star, you also need to prospect. You need to know, you need to have the skills so that you may be able to grow your business. And one thing I've seen very, very practical is look at the basics. And these basics can help you classify. The basics of what we have learned is this person having the willingness to learn. That is basic number one. Because you may not have done network marketing. It's not always that you'll go out into the field and get people who are experts in network marketing. You get people who have never been into this kind of business. Do you leave them out simply because that desire to change their lives? If not, then this is not the right people. Are they people who are open-minded? Yes. Are they open to new ideas? Even as you talk, are they professional? Because there are some people who say, I am a professional teacher, nothing else. Are they to get who are willing? They are willing to learn, they are willing to change, they are out there, they are thirsty of changing their lives, they are thirsty of having something new. And this is where I come to the second point. You need to identify the needs, because that will be the driving force that keep them with you or keep them away from you. Are their needs that being mentioned or the needs they have? Could it be financial freedom? Could it be some saving? Could it be traveling? Could it be maybe having a lifestyle and all this? What are they after? And are they willing to dream again? Because somebody could be dreaming of having a nice car. Somebody could be having a dream of traveling. After they have traveled, sorry, are they willing to dream again? So this is it. What is their needs? Is it about eating and drinking, and that's the end of it all? Is it about paying bills only? Is it about maybe getting an extra income here and there and nothing else? You need to get the dream. A person of a small dream in life may not become a very good person, even if they are not, even if you train them. The dream, which is the passion to push them to the level that they become leaders, to the level they become 8-star, to the level they become 1-star manager, 2-star manager onward, or have a team that they are leading. That dream of becoming what they want to be is what should be after. Because dream matters a lot. Dream matters a lot. And we have people of different dreams. We have people who have very small dreams, eating and drinking, that's all. And after that, there is no more. So have people who are dreamers. Yes, they may not be experienced, but with their dream, and I quote what the former president of the US, Mr. Barack Obama said, a dream is not what you get at night when you are sleeping. It is what wakes you up when you are asleep. So that dream that makes you not sleep, of that desire to become, the ability to learn, and the desire to learn, yeah, the characters you also need to do or to check when you are selecting. Yes, they may not be educated, but they are willing to learn. Yes, they may not be having ability, but they have resources within themselves, the desire to change, the desire to open up, the desire to go far, the desire to become what they have desired to become. So that is also another thing. And then the willingness to spend time in learning, the willingness to spend time learning about the company, about the product, about the organization, about how the business goes, about the challenges that they face. That willingness to change, to learn new style of doing it is also a character you need to take or to record when you are selecting a person whom you want to join in your organization. And also somebody who is to be corrected, because there are some people who know it all. And remember, I said, in this profession of network marketing, there is no school other than what we have here, where you can say, I professionally learned how to be a networker. And before I joined network marketing, I'm fully qualified for my studies. No, there's nothing like that. Because every area there are some changes. So learning new tricks will be very crucial. Is this person willing to learn? Is this person willing to ask? Is this person willing to be shown the way where she not show the way? Does he have time, as Madam Rainie put it? So that is also area of selecting. And again, you also need to know if you are a networker, if you are a leader, then you need to know the potential of this particular person. And by the time you select, you are not only looking at the ability, but you are also looking at the potential this person has, the potential to do this business. He may not be at the position of doing it, but looking at this person has the potential to become what he desired to become, or to become a leader. And that is where you now nurture this person. Because you'll always, and I have to repeat this one again and again, you'll not be getting specialists in network marketing. When you go to recruit, you'll not be getting specialists. You'll have people who have the very basic that you need to nurture so that they become leaders. And that's how ourselves, myself and Director Lucy, we have managed to nurture people, because you see their dream, you see their desire, you see their potential, and now start actually exposing this person or making this person actually make this potential become a reality. And when they become reality, by coaching them, training them, and also making them be what they can. Some of them, they are able to do what they are able to do that. They will go and do it with little or no meaning, with a very little supervision. I have in mind, because we are talking of practical experience, we have our leader in Burundi, Madam Geraldine, whom have been there all that long. We found the potential. Yes, in fact, one thing I learned about her now is, I learned about she is in a French-speaking country. Only little Kiswahili did she have when she was coming here, when she was coming to join Greenwald. And from there, she has become an expert. Looking at this person, you see the potential. You see how this person is willing to change, the desire to move, what we call the boldness to do this business, because that one can be able to take us very far. Then let me also mention something else. Everyone is not the same. We have weaknesses and also strong points. And even when you are building network, when you are building leaders, you need to capitalize on what we call the strong points, capitalize on the strength of this person, and minimize the effect of the weakness that they have. If this person is lazy, don't keep him where laziness will be obvious to be, will be obviously seen. If this person is shy, don't let them lead the meeting. Let them do where they will feel comfortable so that they actually exploit to maximum their ability in your team. Otherwise, what you need to do is look at them, let them grow, let them practice, select those who are willing, select those who are those who have desire to learn, people who are willing to change. It will be very crucial. Again, I've said there is a mistake that leaders make. There is some mistakes that we make. You will see somebody always trying to get a person of his own character. We are gifted differently. We are people of different ability. You as a leader, even as you select, it is to identify that hidden abilities that you can exploit, to make the best in your team or in your leadership. And when you know of that secret, when you know that of that hidden ability, if you bring it through your skills, then you will be having a team that is sustainable. So that is very, very crucial. So don't look only at the ability, look at the potential, look at the willingness. Now it is you to nurture them, nurture this character, and then classify, because we will have people of different needs and even different opinions. Number one, if somebody is only interested in maybe taking the product, don't close them out. Don't close them out, because the product they take or they have, they will contribute to your performance. Somebody else is only willing probably to do it as part-time. Don't keep them aside. Don't say that I want somebody who is full-time. Classify them, because even as they do part-time, they will be contributing to your income. But at the same time, let you surround yourself with people who are leaders, people who are ready to go. The others, let them each and everyone occupy their space. But let me close by saying this. You cannot grow without growing others. And the people you are growing, you need to look at their potential, their ability, their willingness, and there you have them to grow them. With that, then with the time, with them, you will become, or you have selected the right people. And I say, as I close, you need to look at their enthusiasm, willing to learn, willing to change their lives, willing to commit themselves, and also the potential they have so that you may exploit it or unleash it so that it will grow in your business. Let them dream and a bigger dream. If they cannot dream, well, help them to dream because this dream, you can only go in this business. The farthest you can go is to the highest dream that you have in life. Thank you very much. Back to you, Madam Rainie and friend.
Thank you so much, Asante Sana, Dr. Mbogo. This is excellent. Also, I'm learning a lot. Actually, network marketing is also evolving with time. And, we can say that the field experience in Kenya network is excellent. It's actually is leading in the whole green words industry. So thank you so much. And I'm going to talk to General Manager, Mr. William Su. Let's see, whether we can invite you or some of the Kenya leaders for this Friday empowerment, because I'm going to talk about two topics, new topics, and then, Kenya leaders are well known in Greenworks business about their field experience. So this is first. Thank you so much once again, Asante Sana. Secondly, I'm going to release a very few piece of message about the Canada trip and also the coming event in Uganda. Number one, the Canada trip has been scheduled like this. First, we're going to take a tour for 4 days. After that, we're going to have a big event. So this is about the Canada. About Uganda is what I know is we have invited around 10 class level scientists, including Professor Shen Qirong, and also two professors from USA, two from Europe, and I think four from the Nanjing, actually some from the Nanjing Agricultural University and some from the other counterparts of the Nanjing Agricultural University of China. So this is a very high level of summit. So we hope that we are going to meet at the two events. Thank you so much. And also, before I finish, I'm going to ask for the record, either the link or the file, because we are going to upload this very precious video onto the youtube.com, the Greenwood channel. So I'm going to ask this from Mr. William Su and also Mr. Fred, because the Dr. Mbogo's part is very, very important. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you very much, Madam Rainie, for the wonderful training on how to screen prospects. Dr. Mbogo, thank you for your practical experience on this topic. It goes a long way in helping our distributors, our members, to know what and what to do when they come across what they feel is a potential client. And they're also able to now distinguish between a person that they can recruit to become a distributor and a person that they can bring in to be a user of the products where they just get in the BVs. So asante sana for that. Hope every one of you has been blessed as I am with the information that has been shared. And I hope that you're not just going to sit on the information. You will also spread it, disseminate it to your downlines and your partners and your prospects, that they come in knowing what they're supposed to do. We've come to the end of tonight's training. I just want to wish you all Good night and a wonderful week ahead. See you again in our next training on Thursday. I'll unmute all of you so that you can say your goodbyes and your good nights as we part.
Goodbye and good night.
Asante sana, Dr.
Asante
Mbogo.
sana. Good
Thank
night.
you. Asante
Good
sana.
night.
Good night,
Good
guys.
night, everyone,
That was
and thank
amazing.
you.
Uganda.
Elfas, Oleng, good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Jane
Night.
Mount Kenya, good night.
Good night.
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 everyone.
Valentine,
Good
good night.
night, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Brian
Good
Opapu,
night.
good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Fresh. Thank you. Asante
Thank you,
sana.
madam, and
Good
good
night,
night.
everybody. Good night.
Good night, madam.
Madam